Mm-hmm.
We're live. We're live.
We're live.
We're live. It's happening.
Hello.
Oh my god, hey, let us know in the comments if you can see us, if you can hear us.
Hi, everyone.
Let's zoom it. Nope, that's up. Every
Oh.
time. Every time.
Oh, yeah, that happens on this.
Zoom in a little bit.
Yay,
let's
we
go.
see and hear you.
Lovely.
Incredible.
That way. That way? I'm just going to fiddle with this for a little bit. This is why we started early, to give us time to get this sorted. Lovely. Yeah, I saw that, yes. Do you like my little shrine to... You can't really see it because of where we're sat, but Olivier Award winners in the background. Marty McFuzz, Demi Gore, the Demigorgon.
Once Upon a Mattress?
That's just there.
Oh.
That's just involved.
I see.
Sadly, Demi Gore obviously missed out on the Academy Award over the weekend. Her time will come. Commander Gander, aka Commander Gander, that does not work in a British accent. And Totoro. Let's...
Oh, it's 9:30 p.m. in Australia.
Oh, good evening in Australia. Happy to be coming to you at a more reasonable time of day for once. I just want to check something. You can see, yeah, if I hold this up like this,
I think that's clearer than we had.
You can see it and I can see it, so I can watch it at the same time. That all works. Okay, that might be our plan then. And Aaron will have it with volume on his phone, unless I have the volume here. Whatever.
We'll
Hopefully you can watch the nominations and you can watch our reactions at the same time. If anyone's doing this with two devices, then power to you and you're very smart. Let's talk through what everyone's been saying so far. We're expecting the nominations to begin at midday in just under half an hour. They will be announced by Sunset Boulevard stars Nicole Scherzinger and Tom Francis, currently in New York, starring in the show at the St. James Theatre, where they hope to be nominated for and possibly go on to win Tony Awards this season. But of course, they are also last season's Olivier Award-winning Best Actor and Best Actress. Very neatly. We don't know, someone's asked already, we don't know if they're doing it live at what would be 7 a.m.? 5 hours? 6 hours? 7 a.m., I think. We don't know if they're doing it live or if it's a pre-record. It could very easily be a pre-record. Like,
it might be easier if it's a pre-record, because if it's UK and US communicating with each other live, they'd have to have somebody that they trust over there. It's
not an election. They can they can embargo the Olivier nominations, I feel. And a lot of people already know them because they've gone out to voters. If anyone has Olivier's questions about eligibility, anything like that, we can
answer so much of them.
We will do our best. There's still a lot of mystery around the Olivier Awards.
The Oliviers do not do what the Tony does. The Tonys do it and make everything transparent.
Yeah. Hi, Dylan. Nice to see you.
Hello.
Hi, Amy. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Amy Quick. Really hoping they follow suit and introduce a wigs, hair, and makeup category this year, although I don't have much faith that they will. So last year, I shared that I had co-signed an open letter to the Oliviers, along with many other signatories, many big names in the musical theatre world, requesting that they consider the introduction of a Best Original Score category to more specifically acknowledge the work of composers and lyricists. This was Jack Reitman spearheaded this. And it was really well put together. They did bring them in for a meeting. They did have a consultation. I did get updated about this. Sadly, the result was not... there was clarification, basically. They're not introducing a new category for Best Original Score. There was clarification that Best New Musical would be awarded on the basis of material. So if they're winning for Best New Musical, that award goes to the writers, and it should be awarded based on the writing. It doesn't go to the producers, as has happened in previous years. But part of that email and that update implied that there were a handful of requests for new categories. And I might be misremembering, but I think what I read is that the categories are all staying the same this year. We're not anticipating suddenly to see genderless categories. We're not anticipating to see new additions like wig, hair, and makeup. But anything
like that we'd hear in advance.
Yeah.
I mean, wig, hair, and makeup and casting both feel like ones that genuinely might come in the next 5 years, but we don't know, because the issue is, because of them airing on TV and because of them doing all other stuff and the amount of time that they can be at the Oliviers, because they also have dance affiliate and opera. I think there's this whole like can they add awards or will they take away awards to add other awards? And that's all tricky.
Yes. And there will be some huge surprise this morning about eligibility. A show we didn't expect to see, a perform in a different place to where we expected them, a show in a different place to where we expected it.
You can't find out in advance what everybody's entered for.
There's always a surprise when it comes to the Oliviers. They always find a way to shock us.
Because like Titanic's a musical, and it's billed as a musical, but we're expecting it to be seen in entertainment rather than musical because it's a better category and a more likely category for it to succeed in.
Yeah. What do we have here? So some people voicing what they're manifesting this morning or this evening to you in Australia.
Well, should we explain our outfits?
Yeah, I'm wearing this Oliver pullover because
it's such a nice one. I love it. It's embroidered.
It's gorgeous. Loved this production. It deserves a lot of recognition, and I think it will get a lot of recognition today. If you haven't seen our Olivier's predictions, we anticipated a lot of love for Oliver, a lot of love for Starlight Express, and a lot of love for Hello Dolly, kind of leading the way. It's definitely a big year around musical revivals. We do think Benjamin Button and Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812 will get some love in the world of new musicals, hopefully also for their performers. I would like to see that as well. We talked very much about Kyoto, The Years, Giant. And Oedipus, the Mark Strong, Leslie Manville, the Wyndham's Theatre Oedipus.
I think we wouldn't be shocked if you see a show like Shifters get some love.
Yeah. So that's kind of where our thinking is. So Oliver, not really an underdog, but I want to root for it anyway, and I like this pullover.
I have the pickled crab beanie from The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Yes.
Sharing love for that in the new musicals category. And then, so we might not be the biggest fans of The Outsiders, but I did love this pullover when we were there in New York. But I'm wearing it because that was our last major Tony Olivier's winner for new musicals. So it felt like wearing kind of the last
which you mean
Tonys.
Just Tonys?
Yes.
Yeah.
But like the last Tonys winner and the new musical that we have a lot of love and rooting for.
Yeah. So yes, Benny Benedict needs Benjamin Button to win everything. Adam thinks Steve Coogan stands a good chance of getting a nomination for Dr. Strangelove. We never saw it, but we are hoping to catch it on National Theatre Live, which is being broadcast soon. Dylan is bummed that Much Ado and Richard II just missed the eligibility window. Indeed, they did. They will be eligible next season. Best Actor is going to be the most competitive category this season. I agree. And a couple of faces we saw over the weekend at the Oscars, at the Academy Awards, including Best Actor winner Adrian Brody,
are all eligible.
Very likely to be nominated. We're anticipating seeing Adrian Brody, John Lithgow, Mark Strong probably in contention as well, and Stephen Kunken from Kyoto. Yes. So yeah, very, very much a competitive category.
As you will know, when we go live and we're reacting, we might just be suddenly like jumping like, this person.
It's very fast paced.
It's very fast paced.
Once we get into it.
And also it's kind of you read through them and then it takes you a second to go, wait, what's not there?
Yeah.
That's always the surpriser.
What do these buttons
do? It's 6 a.m. because of daylight savings time.
Oh, 6 a.m. Then I definitely think it's a pre-record. If Tom Francis is doing this at 6 a.m., he hasn't gone to sleep.
In daylight? Interesting.
Has America started daylight savings time and then
we do?
Ours changes in late March.
Yes. We're in that weird time.
We are.
We've once been in New York when that happened.
Hello to you in school, Freddie. Good morning from New Jersey. Good morning to you in New Jersey. You're up very early.
New Jersey.
I wish Olivier's had more recognition for ongoing shows and takeover performances. I think there is an awards forum for that. I agree, because we see some really astonishing work.
I feel like What's on Stage Awards kind of covers that category.
Those kind of awards, Broadway.com, Audience Choice Awards, What's on Stage Awards, do a great job with that. Broadway World Awards as well, because it would just be very hard to...
How do you get the people to go and watch them is
exactly.
the issue. Like,
to get the nominators, to get the voters.
There's so many shows. And there's a lot more shows in the UK eligible for these awards than there are in New York. Because New York has a much tighter amount of theatres.
And there's showier roles. So I worry that at the moment, over the last few years, it would just always have been like Sally Bowles as an MCs.
Yeah.
Although not necessarily. Who else do we have? Watching this secretly while working from home. Oh, we'll whisper so as not to alert anybody. Thank you for joining us, Chloe. Lovely to have you.
It's a special day.
It is. Isaac is sneakily watching this at work. Isaac, you work in a theatre, so unless you have a different job, unless you have multiple jobs, unless you have a new job. Hello to you in Australia at 10:30 p.m. Different time zones in Australia. Yeah, Australia is huge. Australia is huge. I love how I'm going to have to sneak this into my history lecture. Again, we will try not to be too loud, but we absolutely will. Hi from Finland. Hello in Finland. That's exciting. Oh, yep, 6:30 a.m., 6 a.m. Let's see who gets nominated. If anyone has any predictions or wants to share who they're rooting for, chuck it all in the live chat. Let's talk about it. Any Olivier's questions?
Thank you for the jumper, love.
Yes, new cast of Broadway Wicked joining tonight, making history. Very exciting.
Any current major shows that are ineligible?
Much Ado About Nothing at Theatre Royal Drury Lane, Richard II at the Bridge, Clueless. Anything that hasn't had its opening night
or
yet.
opened the week after.
Yeah.
Kind of opening. So like it's The Seagull, no. Alterations, no.
Yep. Oops. My phone keeps falling down. Mickey's hair looking so fluffy and voluminous today. It's all going on, isn't it? I haven't put product in it, so it's just a law unto itself. I actually hope for a nomination for Richard II for stage design. It might, but it won't be this season. That will be next season. And I don't know if it has quite enough. The problem is with a lot of those design categories is it's plays and musicals all grouped together. So it's even harder to get a nomination.
Yeah.
And it's only a small number. They do not have, they're not big categories. If once again we see every play acting category get 5 nominees and every musical acting category get 4 nominees, we may scream, just to pre-warn you.
But it's going to happen.
Yeah. Thank you for the prediction video. It was very helpful. You're so welcome. Always a bit of stress to put together. Someone said get rid of opera. Listen, I'm not an opera fan either, but a lot of people are. And it's important to recognize it alongside the other theatrical disciplines.
And its income. Because venues pay for membership and they all sell their tickets through. It's all kind of linked. There's a lot more to SALT and like who these awards are governed by, etc. that involves those theatres. Yeah.
How do shows get nominated? Good question. From what we understand, there is a committee of Olivier nominators, and you can apply to this every year. I've applied in the past. When I was a teenager, I got rejected. I know. I never got over it. And they are invited to see things throughout the year, everything that's eligible, and then they meet, they have conversations, and they put together a long list, which then goes to
the SALT members.
The SALT membership, the Society of London Theatre members, made up of producers and
everything, kind of
adjacent.
Everybody in train. It's like everybody in the industry. So marketing teams will be on there, PR teams,
but not like actors.
I don't believe so. No, I think it's just everybody that works in the other side of theatre.
They then vote on the shortlist of nominees, and then they will also vote subsequently on the winners. And in terms of eligibility, it is commercial West End theatres, including the Troubadour, West Starlight Expresses, so expect to see that today, but also
subsidised venues. So
the Donmar, the National, Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, not the Menier.
No.
The Bridge is included, but there's nothing.
No.
Because it was just Still Guys and Dolls.
Old Vic, Young Vic.
Yeah.
Hampstead.
And stuff that was already open, your Wickeds, your Hamiltons, your Cabarets, opened before this season, is not eligible ongoingly. People always get confused about that.
Yeah, so the producers will be eligible now next year because of their newly announced transfer to the Garrick.
Killian Not Murphy says, is it my internet or is there something with your internet? On the basis no one else has said anything, I don't think it's us, but if there are any technical... Your mic's a little crackly. Oh. Let's see if we can sort that out. I was going to say, if there are any technical issues whatsoever, please do let us know as a matter of priority, and I will try and get down to...
Nominations start at midday, so in 16 minutes.
In 16 minutes. Oh my gosh. Great news that the producers is coming to the West End. Yes, transferring to the Garrick. It won't be eligible today, so don't expect to see it, but next season.
Yes. This is the official beanie. They do have a website that has the Benjamin Button merch on.
Oh.
I realise this. But also, even if you're not seeing the show, if the Pickled Crab is open outside the outdoor bar, they sell merch too, so you don't have to go into the theatre to buy it.
Yeah. Oh, it's not daylight savings yet. It was 6:30 a.m. because it wasn't midday yet. I said midday would be 7 a.m. So it's
But this weekend it is daylight savings.
Yes, but they're closer together. Yeah. Hello from the Philippines. Hello to you in the Philippines. That's so exciting.
Pam!
Hello, Pam. Excited to see you again on Olivier's Day.
Pam, are we going to see your production photos? If Starlight Express has these noms, we might be seeing...
Oh, yes. We might see Pamela Wraith photography featured in the Olivier nominations today.
That'll be very exciting. We might see Pam and Danny. We might,
yes. Yes, we will have to shout them out if we're not so completely overwhelmed.
Hello, Germany. Killian Murphy's from Germany.
Hello in Germany. Hello to you. We were just recently in Germany.
Play On is eligible, so yes.
Yep.
That isn't show it's eligible. We didn't get to see it.
Hello to you in the office with your headphones on, George. Yeah, let us know where you're watching from, everybody. Hello to you, Matinee Mouse, multitasking. What else do we have here? Connie, sorry to hear that you are unwell, but hello to you in Ireland, hoping you're feeling better. Maimuna Menon, that's hard to say. Maimuna Menon, musical contribution for Grapes of Wrath would be amazing.
I forgot about it, yeah.
Interesting. She may also be nominated
as a performer.
Supporting for Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. Chamisa Dawnford May might be nominated as a leading actress for the same show. Didn't mention Waiting for Godot in your predictions. I'll be honest, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about Waiting for Godot. Didn't see it. Not my play. Not very much not my play. But other people enjoyed it very much. So I dare say we might see it revived at the very least. Nominated in Best Play Revival. My brain's already going. That's not a good sign.
Australia. I've been rooting for Fangirl since I saw its original cast.
I would love to see something for Fangirls today.
Somebody said from Cologne. Oh, I think we've gone past it.
I would like to know how diverse SALT is as an organization. Great question. Oh, we're still having. Oh, mics are much better. Someone said. Okay.
If you scroll up, I think we'd missed one.
Which one?
Keep going.
Well, I've missed a couple, but I'm trying to.
Oh, 7 shows including Hadestown OBC. That one.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and get down to up to date.
Yay!
Oh, we're keeping Pam company while editing.
We will see you at the Olivier's. We're all booked in.
Greetings from NYC, watching whilst getting ready for work. Hi from a college dorm room in New Jersey. Team Starlight all the way. No Juno in the Paycock. It's a possibility, but it wasn't received exceptionally well. Benjamin Button, how did he convince me he was 80 without prosthetics? I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. It's an extraordinary acting performance. I am pretty confident we will see a nomination today for John Dalglish. Working from home in the Midlands.
To the Midlands.
Hello from Belfast. Sneakily watching him work with one AirPod in, hidden by my hair. What did I used to do when I was working on Olivier's Day? It would almost always fall in a lunch break. That's what I remember. Maybe I sent my students away early one year. I wouldn't put it past me. Listen, things are important. I loved Importance Being Earnest at the National and RSC production of Midsummer Night's Dream at the Barbican. Both will be eligible. Normally watching from Chicago, but today watching from Dublin.
Wow.
I thought that said Dubai for a moment. Lots of Oliver nominations. We're anticipating that. Yes, we'll find out in just over 10 minutes.
My brain's going to get really confusing Oliver and Olivier at the same time all the time.
I also thought Shifters was great. There was a lot of love for Shifters. Yeah. Really hoping that we do see that reflected in the nominations today. What do you think the biggest snub in recent memory is?
Even though Blizzard not getting a nomination is still wild to me.
Yeah.
Looking back at
Patrick Vale in Oklahoma.
Yes, that was definitely a reason. Like, what?
Yeah. Was not a fan of Starlight, but loved that everyone could be so unanimously passionate about such an odd, immersive show. You got to understand it.
There's a lot of nostalgic love as well.
I say that I don't mean you've got to understand it. I mean, it's just you either
once you're in,
you either love it or you don't. I think with Starlight.
Marmite.
Curious what show you think should transfer and would have success transferring from Broadway to NYC. Do you mean from Broadway to London? I would love to see maybe Happy Ending here, just so I can see it more. And I do think Death Becomes Her would do well as well.
I feel like Death Becomes Her is probably like a lock-in to come to the UK now.
Yeah. Hello in Versailles. Wow. Baby just went down for a nap, so you can join to see these nominees and react. Rooting for Oedipus and Cherry Orchard all the way. Of course you are. Just back from London after a trip to see Inside Number 9 Stage Fright. Already missing it. Watching from Wales. Benjamin Button for the win. Hoping for nominations for Benji B. Loving to see this much support for
that's making me really happy.
A new British musical. And we agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
I do think it's bound to get a nomination for Best New Musical.
Yes.
Hoping also to see it in Best Actor, Best Actress in a Musical. Would love to see a musical contribution as well. Would love to see a design nomination for its set design as well, actually. I don't think we even said that in our predictions.
It would be really fun as well, because after the Oscars and seeing kind of the whole Sean Baker, like the
independent, yeah,
with Benjamin Button, with the Olivier's,
with Jethro Compton's,
doing so many different departments,
as writer, as conceiver, as director, as set designer. No, you're so right. Hoping for some Why Am I So Single recognition, says Megan. And that's going to be one of the really interesting questions of the day. To what extent is Why Am I So Single recognized? Because mixed to positive critical reception, picked up a lot of speed, especially with audiences.
It's for closing. It'll be the interesting part.
Closed, obviously, back in January.
My other wild one is, will we see People, Places and Things? Because that is this whole, is it a revival or is it just a remount?
It's happened in the past with the likes of Jerusalem, also Stanley Cheers. It's happened in the past with the likes of Jerusalem and Mary Poppins, really, as well, where returning productions that haven't been hugely different or have had the same cast and same creative team as previously. I know you're going to say Mary Poppins is different. Don't even start with me. What if we just skip it past it?
Hadestown More was like too similar, but with Mary Poppins, that was a completely different version of the original West End production. I will give you notes. There was completely different score. The score had changed.
You're using the word completely liberally here. It was modified. It was changed. It was changed.
There were changes. Songs.
I would say that Mary Poppins and School of Rock have completely different scores. I mean, we could go further. Tommy and Mary Poppins have completely different
No, but if you're looking at a revival, if a show comes in and the material has been changed,
Mary Poppins 1 and Mary Poppins 1.2.
It was a completely different, like, they had changed.
Again, I dispute the word completely, but we have just about 8 minutes until nominations happen. What else are we saying
here?
Are you
only talking about design work, though? This is the question.
Let's not get sidetracked by Mary Poppins.
Set.
Aaron. What else do we have here? I used to never be able to watch the announcements, but would keep refreshing their social media as my information. Now I get to chill at home for it. Now I work in theatre. Amazing, Becky. Mark stealing from Andrew Scott was one big snub, but Mark was great in Motive and The Queue. And it's not direct, like... Mark Gatiss did not snatch the award from Andrew Scott's sad hands. What's your prediction on Benjamin Button extending again after May?
It's now running until June.
They're doing these 1 week at a time extensions.
So every Monday, they add new weeks.
Yeah.
Week brackets S. So on a Monday, keep an eye and you might see that new weeks have been added. Oh, Cyrano question. I think it's eligible for affiliate. Well, it definitely... The park is eligible for affiliate.
Best achievement in affiliate theatre.
Hope it's seen there, because Virginia Gay deserves that nomination, just saying.
That might be one of my biggest excitements of the day.
If it's there, I will be jumping.
That would be really special.
Or rolling, because we're on rolly chairs.
I think another big part of Benjamin Button's ongoing life and extension-wise is how it does today. It needs that...
it needs the critical
endorsement.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that it gets it. And then I'm hoping it wins, but that's a different conversation that we will have a little down the line. In terms of ongoing Olivier's coverage, after this, you can expect to see our predictions video about who we think will win from the nominees. I also might be writing about that for a publication. I'll let you know as and when that is available in the world. I will probably also make a video talking about the snubs.
I think it's important.
Because... we're bound to see there's not enough space. We will see some significant snubs today, and it's important to recognize those shows that were deserving but maybe came at the wrong time, maybe didn't have the right kind of a campaign, the right kind of a profile, whatever it may
It's
be.
important to discuss. Well,
Yeah.
like sometimes for just logistics.
I think Simon Lipkin will definitely get a nomination. I think Oliver will definitely get multiple nominations.
I would be stunned if it didn't.
I really do think Oliver and Starlight are going to lead the charge for
Yeah.
musicals. But I think we'll see more Mean Girls and maybe even more Devil Wears Prada than some people might expect. And MJ is not one to be forgotten about.
The rogue one would be if we see anything for opening night.
Yeah. What else
That
do
would
we
stun
have
me,
here?
to be honest.
Opening night would be a huge surprise. Romeo and Juliet would be not as big of a surprise.
Similar with Tempest.
Yeah. Anna Maxwell Martin Constituent. Oh, possibly. Very possibly.
Yeah, because James Corden was in that as well. It's just kind of flown under the radar a bit.
Yeah. Do you think there's any chance that Natasha Pierre, The Great Comet of 1812, will transfer to the West End?
Not with the cast that it had.
But listen, it's always possible because City of Angels popped up again, 5 years later?
If it has... Oh, no. If it has the... Sorry. that
Having
happened.
fringe
That was a no. If it does really well, it might get the push to, the confidence to, but it probably won't have the same cast because multiple members of that cast are now onto new shows.
Yep. Do you think there's any chance Kathy and Stella could be nominated for Best New Musical? We would be delighted if
I'm
it
just
was.
nervous because of when it closed.
I think, alongside, as you've mentioned, Benjamin Button and Great Comet, I agree that those are both locks. I think we're likely to see maybe MJ, maybe Prada, maybe Mean Girls. There's another one that I'm forgetting. Our third nominee was none of those.
Why am I so single?
I think Why Am I So Single was another one that we put on the list.
My big out there, if they start announcing anything and the words "two strangers" get dropped, I genuinely would throw my phone out of this room.
Yeah.
Because it was eligible last season, is what we've been told, and it wasn't eligible this season for its transfer. But then didn't get a single nomination last year, which was annoying.
Yeah.
So
I'm hearing the mic is a bit crackly again. I'm not sure. Oops. Apologies if this is a bit loud. If I move it a little bit closer, let's see what we can do. With the gain, I think that's all as good as it can be. Let us know if we have any tech issues. I will be sharing this video. You'll be able to watch this after the fact, so you can go back and enjoy our reactions. Oh gosh, 2 minutes. 2 minutes now. Watching in
3 minutes.
Dallas. Mine says 2.
No, mine says 3. And that says 3. Oh yeah, this says 2 minutes. I think it's because it does a 1 minute countdown. They do a countdown on it. That explains things. It's a premiere.
It is a premiere. Oh yeah, it's not live.
It's a premiere. That's a premiere because it's counting down to when it happens.
There you go. So that is a pre-record from Tom Francis and Nicole Scherzinger in New York.
60 seconds.
Oh my gosh, it's happening.
Right, how are we doing this? Am I playing on mine?
You do sound. I'll do.
Okay.
Well, no, I should do video because.
You should do video.
I should do sound because it goes with
the
video. Oh, I've just turned the screen off. It's all
I
going
will face
wrong.
it towards me. I will look at it this way.
I will have
so
the
then
sound.
I can read out. So I'm not trying to read backwards.
Yes.
I think that will work, everyone. This is stressful.
I can't yet make it full screen.
Carrie isn't eligible for anything this year. I just saw a question.
That is a UK tour, so that is not eligible. Oh, Sean's on the Olivier Awards live, and Sean is not on our live.
Oh.
Wow, Sean. I don't know what I'm saying that like he can hear.
He'll probably join us after it.
Traitor. Absolutely fine to be watching the Olivier's live.
At Sean. Be like, Sean, no. Be here with us.
They have 472 currently watching their stream. We have 275, I'm just saying. Not that I'm looking to divert traffic from the Olivier's. Very happy for you to go and watch theirs. But
and then come back and watch
happy
this.
for everyone joining us here as well. We are moments away.
We'll begin shortly. It is time.
Get ready for chaos, everyone. I'm expecting a delivery. I don't think I've had any text updates.
This is where we have to go off and go back in, though, because I've had this before where it started and Just hasn't actually told anyone.
I keep refreshing, but I'm not able to make it full screen yet.
No, because it's not started officially.
Premiere will begin shortly.
Oh, I've got to an ad.
Something's happening for Aaron. Okay, it's happening. It's happening, everyone. We might have a little bit of time discrepancies. Oh, Sean is here.
Skip.
I'm skipping.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sure you're at the live point.
Let me know about sound balance, everyone. I want you to be able to hear it. I also want you to be able to hear us.
Okay, we're at the same time. That's good. Oh, no, it's at 33. Zoom forward, you're behind.
Oh, gosh.
Make sure you're at the end.
I think that's just where mine is.
There you go. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Sound balance is good. Okay. We got this, everyone. We're all going to be okay.
4, 3, 2.
It's happening. It's
1.
happening. It's happening.
Here we go. We're here.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the nominations announcement for the Olivier Awards 2025 with MasterCard. I'm Nicole Scherzinger, and we're bloody excited to share this moment with everyone.
Not this.
And as you can see from our very sticky attire, we just wrapped up a performance in 7 times Olivier Award winner Sunset Boulevard across the pond here on Broadway.
Wow.
Sticky.
Are they going to do the whole thing
The
like
Olivier
this?
Awards is a chance
Yes.
to look back on the incredible achievements
Yes.
of the past
My
year.
goodness.
And the level of excellence this year has been outstanding. Everyone who creates theater is
Does the man not feel
aware, and
conspicuous?
to be on this shortlist is a huge achievement.
Now, we know just how it feels to be sitting there waiting to hear if you've been nominated for an Olivier Award. So, without further ado, the nominees are
Blue Eye Theatre Technology.
We're starting with set
Award for
design.
Best Set Design. John Borsa for Set Design. Toby Ollier and Daisy Beattie for
Spirited
Puppetry
Away.
Design.
Spirited Away.
Satoshi
Not a surprise.
Kiriyama
Visually
for
stunning.
Projection Design for Spirited Away at the London Coliseum.
Spirited Away, not to be
Ranky
forgotten
Bradshaw for
today.
Set Design.
Ballet shoes.
For Ballet Shoes.
Ballet
I
shoes.
expected this.
As you mentioned, yeah.
As Devlin for Set Design.
Coriolanus.
at the National
Oh, I
Theatre.
randomly said
Tom
Coriolanus.
Scott to Set
Fiddler on the
Design.
Roof.
For Fiddler on
I
the Roof.
wondered if
Fiddler.
Tom Scott would be saying.
Theatre.
So that's no Starlight,
That's it.
White Light
No
Award
Dolly,
for Best
no
Lighting
Oliver.
Design.
Wow.
no Benjamin Button.
Polly Constable and Ben Jacobs.
Oliver.
For Oliver.
Oliver
Polly
lighting design is
Constable was
so
a must.
deserved.
However,
So deserved.
For Natasha
Great
Pierre,
Comet.
Great
Great Comet
1812.
lighting design. All
Great
those
Comet.
goals.
Warehouse.
Wow.
Hudson,
Starlight
for
Express.
Starlight Express
Yes.
lighting.
Troubadour, Wembley Park
So
Theatre.
deserved. So
Yes.
deserved.
Ideen Malone.
Fiddler on the
Fiddler
Roof. Fiddler on the
Fiddler
Roof is
again.
coming through.
Wow. I don't believe we're
Tate
expecting to see a
Award
video
for
design
Best New
category.
Opera
So,
Production.
Opera production.
best new opera.
Duke Bluebeard's Castle at the London Coliseum.
Lovely.
Okay.
Feston at the Royal Opera House.
Coliseum, Opera House.
L'Olympiad at the Royal Opera House.
Opera House.
Okay.
The Tales of Hoffmann at the Royal Opera House.
Opera House. There you go.
Opera House bringing it through.
Outstanding Achievement in Opera. Igul Agmikchina.
So set went more to
Performance in
plays
Carmen at the
and
Royal Opera
lighting
House.
design more to musicals.
Alan Clayton for his performance in Feston at the Royal Opera House. Yoon Young-do for his direction of Lear at the Barbican Theatre. Best Family Show.
Family show.
Brainiac Live at the Marylebone Theatre.
Oh, Marylebone
30
Theatre,
Months Very
main
Curious
category.
Christmas at the Apollo Theatre.
Marylebone
The
main
Nutcracker
category, that's a
That's a
throw.
surprise.
Theatre. Rough Magic at Shakespeare's Globe, Sam Wanamaker
Is it a bit
Playhouse.
different for family?
No.
No.
No, Marylebone were main category. Whoa.
Best New
Affiliate.
Production
Come on,
in
Cyrano.
Affiliate Theatre. Animal Farm
Animal Farm.
at Theatre
Strike the
Royal
Beast.
Not a
Sainsbury's.
surprise.
Boys on the Verge of Tears at Soho Theatre.
Okay.
Okay.
English at the Kiln Theatre.
English.
English at the
Now I
Kiln.
See at Theatre Royal Stratford East. What do we talk
Alphabetical.
about when we talk
Not
about
saying
Marylebone
Cyrano.
Theatre. So Marylebone was an
Marylebone
affiliate.
Theatre?
Okay. So maybe that was
Interesting.
just a weird one
I think
with
family
Dance
works a bit
Yeah.
differently. Best new dance production.
Assembly Hall at Sadler's Wells. Frontiers. Choreographers of Canada. Pite, Kudelka, Portner at Sadler's Wells.
It does sound like it could be an
Theatre of
AI
Dreams
voice, doesn't it?
At Sadler's Wells. An Untitled Love at Sadler's Wells.
They're not making Tom and Nicole read them.
I don't think it is though, because it's
Outstanding Achievement in Dance.
there's an accent in it.
Oh
Sarah
yeah.
Chun for her performance in 3 short ballets at the Royal Opera House, Limbry Theatre. Tom Visser for his lighting design of Angel's Atlas
I'm
as
trying to
part
think
of
if I know the
Frontiers,
person.
Choreographers of Canada, Pite, Kudelka, Portner at Sadler's Wells. Ava Yerba-Buena for her performance in Yerba Buena at Sadler's Wells.
What's next?
Best Actor in a Supporting Role.
Okay,
Okay,
supporting
here we
actor in
go.
a play. Always surprises
Jorge
me.
Bosch for Kyoto.
Jorge,
Kyoto,
yes.
yes.
Tom Eden for Waiting for Godot.
Good for Tom
That's
Eden.
Tom
Lovely
Eden.
Tom Eden.
Elliot Levy for Giant.
As
You said
expected,
this,
yes.
Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court Theatre.
Elliot
Ben
Levy.
Whishaw.
Ben Whishaw for
At
Bluets.
Sherwood Theatre
Ben Whishaw for
downstairs
Bluets.
at
There
the
you go,
Royal
but
Court
not for
Theatre.
not Waiting for Godot, which would be leading.
Best Actress
Okay.
in a Supporting Role.
Actress in a supporting role.
Four in actor in
Sharon
play.
Clarke
Oh.
For the importance of being
Sharon D.
honest
Clarke,
and
she was
Sharon
supporting.
is supporting. You were right.
Romola Gary for Giant.
Yes.
At Sherwood
Yes,
Theatre
Romola.
downstairs
Yes,
at the Royal
Romola.
Court Theatre. Romola Gary for The Years.
They did separate.
Separate for The Years.
And the Harold
And
Pinter
Romola
Theatre.
twice.
Gina McKee
And Gina
And Gina.
McKee.
at the Almeida Theatre.
Not
and the Harold
Romola
Pinter
getting in
Theatre.
there twice.
Wow.
Oh
Is she going
my
to split the vote?
God.
Matthew
Choreography.
Bourne for Oliver.
Matthew Bourne,
Yeah.
not a surprise.
100%.
Julia Cheng.
Fiddler on the
Fiddler
Roof.
on the
Fiddler on the Roof
Roof.
is coming in here.
Wow, big year for Regent's
Thomas
Park.
Schechter for
Oedipus.
at the Old Vic.
Someone said, someone called this
And
MJ
MJ.
the Musical.
unexpected and
No
unsurprising.
Starlight.
No Starlight, no Why Am I So Single,
Best Costume
no Dolly, no Dolly.
No Kiss Me Kate.
Hugh Durrant for Robin Hood.
Robin
and
Hood.
London Palladium.
Robin Hood for
Palladium
costume
always
design.
gets in
Chico
costume.
Nakahara for
Spirited Away.
Spirited
Makes
Away for
sense.
design, yes.
Tom Scott. for
Fiddler on the Roof.
at Regent's
Fiddler.
Park Open Air Theatre.
Wow, wow, wow.
Gabriella Slade. for
Starlight Express.
Starlight
At
Express,
Troubadour Wembley Park
Lovely.
Theatre.
That's a double noms for Tom Scott.
no Dolly, no
DMB
Oliver, a bit of a
Audio
surprise for
Yeah.
Les
Award
Brotherston.
for Best Sound Design. Nick Lidster for Fiddler on the Roof at Regent's Park Open Air Theatre.
Fiddler's
Fiddler,
smashing
sweet,
it.
my
For
gosh.
Oedipus
Another
at
one
the
for Old
Vic.
Vic.
Oedipus
Dash
Oldvic,
Van
oh
Gogh
my wow.
for
The Years.
at the
The
Almeida
years for sound
Theatre.
I
design,
thought
so
that was
true,
gonna
so
happen.
true.
Koichi Yamamoto.
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away at
No
the
Starlight?
Coliseum.
No.
No Starlight sound design is
Madness.
mad. I'm so sorry.
The whole-
Categories. The Olivier Awards would love to take this moment to say a huge thank you to our partners and sponsors.
The Olivier's
Especially headline sponsor MasterCard.
thanking MasterCard.
This also
And now
makes
for the
sense so
final
that they
13
didn't know
nominees.
who was nominated.
Okay.
Outstanding musical
Musical contribution. We don't have score. This is what
Yeah.
we got.
Aspinall for musical supervision.
Fiddler on the
and additional
Roof.
orchestration.
Fiddler on the
Fiddler
Roof.
at
My
Regent's Park Open Air
goodness. Are they
Theatre.
leading
Darren
right now?
Clarke for music supervision,
Benjamin
orchestration,
Button.
Yes, Darren.
and Mark
Yes.
Aspinall for musical
Yes,
direction,
yes,
Oh,
yes.
orchestrations and arrangements for The Curious Case of Benjamin
Oh,
Button.
yes.
Not the
at
band,
Ambassadors
though.
Theatre.
No.
Dave Malloy for
Interesting.
Great
orchestration,
comment. Dave
Nicholas
Malloy got
Gilbert
in.
for musical supervision, for Natasha Pierre and the Great
For his
Puppets Making
orchestrations.
Yeah.
This
at the Donmar
category is so
Warehouse.
weird this
Yeah.
year. I'm sorry.
Asaf Zohar for composition,
Ballet shoes.
and Gavin Sutherland for dance arrangements and orchestration.
Ballet
for
shoes.
I'm sorry. Ballet shoes can have a
National Theatre
compositions. A play can get compositions.
That's
Best
weird,
Actress
'cause I
in a
guess-
Supporting Role
oh.
in a musical.
That category makes no
Liv
sense.
Andrusia for Fiddler
Liv!
on the Roof at
Liv!
Regent's Park Open Air Theatre.
That was my dream.
Bartolomeo
Amy!
Never Wears
Oh my
Pride
God.
at the Dominion.
Oh my God.
Klein for Fiddler on the Roof at
Wow.
Regent's Park Open
Wow.
Air
I mean,
Theatre.
she was fab.
Maimouna Memon for Natasha Pierre.
Yes,
and the Great
Maimouna.
Puppets 1812 at the Donmar
No Jenna
Warehouse.
Russell. No.
Best actor
Starlight.
in a supporting
What?
role in a musical.
I'm
gosh.
Andy
ruined.
Nyman for Hello Dolly.
Andy
at
Nyman
the
for
I need
Hello
some
Dolly.
supporting.
Raphael
Oh.
Papo
Oh.
for Fiddler on the Roof.
Fiddler on the
at
Roof
Regent's
again.
Park Open Air Theatre. Leighton Williams for Titanic.
Leighton for
Leighton
Titanic.
Titanic.
This is so different.
Tom Zander.
Tom!
for Females.
Yes!
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Howard Award for
Oh my
Best
gosh.
What is
Comedy
happening?
Play.
What is
Ballet
happening?
shoes.
Ballet shoes. I
National
knew that
Theatre.
ballet,
Ballet
shoes
shoes
would be in.
entertainment.
Okay.
This is the weird category.
Also
You were
for
right.
that.
The Wyndham's Theatre. Spirited Away.
Spirited Away,
at the London
yes.
Coliseum.
Panto?
Titanic.
At the Criterion Theatre.
Michael Harrison is also Panto, so maybe led more with
The Peter
Titanic.
Hall Award for
Okay,
Best director.
all made
Expect to see
sense.
plays here.
Alina Arbo for The Years.
Yes,
At the Almeida
yes.
Theatre.
So true.
Yes.
So true.
Jordan Fine for
Fiddler on the
at
Roof.
Regent's
Oh
Park.
my,
My
gosh.
gosh.
They loved Fiddler.
Nicholas Heitner for
Giant.
Yes,
Yeah.
as expected.
Kyoto?
At the
Robert
Royal
Icke?
Court Theatre. Robert Icke.
Oedipus.
Robert Icke.
Oedipus at the Wyndham's Theatre.
No Kyoto. Wow.
Best Actress.
Okay. Huge. Huge. Huge.
Heather Agyapong.
Shifters.
Yes.
Yes.
York's Theatre.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Leslie Manville for
Yes.
You
Eve
said yes.
at the Wyndham's Theatre. Rosie Sheehy for
I
Mashable.
said Machinal.
You did. Well done. Well done.
Mira Sayal for A Tupperware of Ashes at the National Theatre
Wow.
at Dorfman. Indira Varma for
5
Oedipus
nominees.
at the Old
Indira.
For Oedipus. Okay.
Both.
Best
Okay.
Actor.
Both Oedipus.
Adrian Brody for The Fear of 13.
As
Yeah.
anticipated.
At the Donmar Warehouse.
Everybody said it. Billy Crudup.
For Harry Clark at the
I'm
Embassy.
so pleased. We so
Deserved.
thought he was going to get
At
forgotten.
Theatre for Death of England, Delroy.
So
at
correct.
Soho Place.
So correct. He was
John
amazing.
Lithgow
John
for
Lithgow.
Giant
Yes.
At Sherwood Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court Theatre. Mark Strong for
Oedipus.
Oedipus. At the
Perfect
Women's
category.
Theatre.
Extraordinary.
So far, no,
Extraordinary.
just
Best
one
Revival.
nom for person for Kyoto.
The Importance of Being
Oh my god, no,
Earnest
Stephen Congan.
at the National Theatre, Littleton.
Ernest for
National.
revival.
At the Old
National,
Vic,
yep, okay.
Oedipus.
Yep.
At the Windsor
Oedipus.
Theatre.
Oedipus's revival.
Waiting for Godot at Theatre Royal.
I got that wrong. I
Yeah.
called Oedipus new.
Piper Heights Sequel
New
Award
one
for
Oedipus
Best
in.
Musical Revival.
Musical revival. Dolly.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Fiddler on the Roof
at
of
Regent's Park.
Yeah.
Open Air Theatre.
Starlight Oliver.
Hello Dolly.
Hello,
at the
Dolly,
London
yep.
Palladium.
Yep.
Oliver
Yep.
at the Gielgud
And
Theatre.
Starlight Express.
And Starlight Express. Yeah.
Perfect category.
Exactly what we said.
Theatre.
Yeah, as anticipated.
Okay, Jim.
Best Actor in a Musical.
Who knows now?
John Dalglish. The Curious Case of Benjamin
That's all.
Button.
That's all
Yeah.
we really
Yeah.
needed.
Adam Danheiser.
I said he'd
You
get
did.
in.
I mean, we knew the way this day
Yeah.
is going. That's not a surprise.
Miles Frost.
Miles
for
Frost.
MJ the
As
Musical.
Wait, is there
expected.
five?
Prince Edward Theatre.
There's 5.
Simon Lipton
There's
for
5.
Oliver at the Gielgud
Is there
Theatre.
5?
Yeah.
Jamie Moscato.
Leading!
Here in the Great Comet of 1812 at the Donmar Warehouse.
Why is he in leading?
I'm
Best
sorry, what?
Actress in a Musical. Misa Dawnford May for Natasha.
Tamisa.
Grier in the Great Comet of 1812
Thrilled for her.
at the
Yes.
Donmar Warehouse.
So confused.
Lauren Drew!
Anthony,
Lauren
Criterion
Drew.
Theatre.
Lauren Drew, Olivier
Claire
Award
Foster.
nominee. Oh my
Claire
god.
Curious
Foster.
Case of
Yes,
Benjamin
Claire
Button
Foster.
at the Ambassadors Theatre.
Okay, Imelda's
Laura
here.
Pulver.
Laura
Fiddler
Pulver.
on the Roof at Regent's Park.
Fiddler
Open Air
Love.
Theatre.
Evan Imelda.
Imelda Staunton.
Imelda
No
Staunton
Stephanie J. Block.
for Hello Dolly at the London
Wow.
Palladium.
No Vanessa Williams. No Stephanie J.
The
Block.
London
Wow, wow, wow.
Award for Best New Play.
This is crazy.
Fear of 13 at the Donmar
Okay,
Warehouse.
Shifters is going to be in here. Giant.
Sherwood
We're
Theatre
seeing 5.
downstairs
And
at
Kyoto.
the Royal Court Theatre. Kyoto at Soho Place. Shifters
What's
at
the
the
5th?
Duke of York's Theatre.
The years.
Oh, the years.
At the Almeida
Did I?
Theatre and the Harold Pinter Theatre.
4 vote
MasterCard
was like
Best
yes,
New Musical.
and then Fear of 13, which makes sense because of Adrian.
The Curious Case of Benjamin Button
There's
at the
4.
Ambassadors Theatre.
I think there's
MJ
4.
the Musical
There is 4.
at the Prince Edward Theatre.
Yes, Benjamin
Natasha
Button.
Pierre in the Great Comet of 1812.
MJ is one
at
of
the
them.
Donmar Warehouse.
Why am I so
Comment.
single?
Why am I so single?
Why am I so single? Best new musical nominee. No Mean Girls, no
There we
Prada.
have it. The
Okay.
full list of nominees for this year's
Wow.
Olivier Awards with MasterCard have been announced.
Make sure you keep your eyes peeled on Sunday, 6th of April, as the winners are revealed. But for now, you can book tickets to Olivier Award nominated
Wow.
and winning shows on officiallondontheatre.com. Bye.
5 acting nominees for Fiddler on the Roof.
Fiddler just smashed that.
I think is Fiddler the most
I
nominated
think
musical?
Fiddler might have got the most noms.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure there's snubs we haven't even thought of yet. Headline news: Wow, Fiddler on the Roof.
Liv Andrusier got an Olivier nomination.
Olivier nominee Liv
She
Andrusier.
deserves it so much. And like, I think this is the first time in history, possibly, that one of the daughters has got a nomination.
At the Oliviers.
Just in
Just a draw.
general. I don't know if any of the 3 daughters have ever got noms before.
Wow.
Maybe they have, but also her role was so expanded because she was also through Matera.
I'm going to text her right now. A very, very difficult category for actors this year. I will
Jamie
say.
Moscato and leading actor has thrown me.
I mean, I just think that's wrong.
But then also like Amy DeBartolomeo getting a nomination,
Thrilled,
Tom Zander getting a nomination,
thrilled.
Lauren Drew becoming an Olivier nominee.
Yeah, Oliver and Starlight way less than anticipated. Fiddler really.
Benjamin Button got both.
Is Fiddler going to win Best Revival based on how much love it got in the nominations?
The years got separate performers.
Why Am I So Single only getting that one nomination, but it's the nomination
It's the one
that
they
mattered.
needed. And it means that... Wait. No.
What?
No. I was like, is this Marlon Moss's first nomination? But
No.
6 got the leading one, but they just changed how they said that composers got the nom.
Nothing for opening night. Nothing for
Oh, that is weird. That's very true with Shifters. They only
Shifters
nominated
had a-
one, but not both.
I think, respectfully, leading actor in a play versus leading actress in a play is a much more competitive category this year, just based on where the roles were and
I think the
what the work
issue.
was.
I think the issue also probably comes with names.
the heat
And
is in
that's-
leading for male and supporting for female in plays, which you can read into that however you wish. Actor nominating twice in the same category, I believe it has happened before
It's happened before.
within recent memory.
Yeah, it's
but
happened before, but
Obviously
it's not
rare.
It's happened before, but normally when that happens, it's 5,
Yeah.
not 4.
Two Strangers was not eligible, sadly, because of a technicality with its previous run at the Kiln, which is so disappointing.
Basically, the Oliviers haven't acknowledged that show at all. So
Someone
it's
messed
both
up.
years.
Someone messed up.
Yeah.
The
campaigning just didn't campaign.
Yeah. Romola getting nominated twice in one category.
This means that Marla Mandel is now... They put the names next to it, which means that Marla Mandel herself is now eligible for an Olivier.
Marla Mandel, Olivier Award nominee.
Oh,
Lauren Drew
interesting.
getting it.
So they have tagged people in their Olivier Awards posts,
Yeah.
which means you can see who's... I think also humans that have been eligible for stuff when it's for show.
Yeah.
Yes, each one has now people attached.
I have our list of predictions here so we can talk through. We were pretty right on Best New Musical. We had Mean Girls as a 5th one. Mean Girls only getting 1 nomination today, and it was for Tom Zander. But if Mean Girls was only going to get 1 nomination, I think that is the one they deserved. Thrilled for Tom. Oh my gosh.
So this year we have seen the first ever 5 in a musical.
Not the first ever, but in recent years.
In a very long time.
In recent years.
But also in play, we've had 4s this year. Because like supporting actress in a play was 4.
Yes.
So
yeah, last year we had 5s
changed.
across the acting in a play categories and 4s across the musical ones, and that was discrepancy we did not understand. Maybe the Oliviers heard our rage. Hello to everyone who's just joining us. Our numbers are going up a little bit. We're shook.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Fiddler, huge.
I mean that production was gorgeous. Like
Best New Play, we were pretty on the money, except for Oedipus, which has gone into Play Revival and now I think should win. Our predictions of Play Revival, we got none of them.
I mentioned them.
Did you say it was Ernest?
I mentioned Ernest. I mentioned
Was Ernest nominated?
Yes.
I forget.
I am sure I had to. And I said Finger for Revival.
You did. No nomination for Shanae Holmes.
That's weird.
Wow.
That's very weird.
Yeah. Always confused since it's 2 Oedipus and they couldn't be more different. Let me tell you. I am surprised Indira Varma got nominated. That's what I'm saying about like leading actress being a little less competitive this year, but supporting actress with the years and with Romola and Giant and
so on X
they're
on
slowly
socials they're behind because they're doing
2 former Catherine of Aragon's now nominated for Olivier's because
Amy and Lauren.
Okay, Amy and Lauren. Oh my gosh, so true. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof was eligible. Yes, it didn't have the most extraordinary reception.
Also, Slats for Leighton.
Yes. Is that a Leighton Williams first Olivier Award nomination? Show-stopping performance in Titanic. Eva, I agree with you, yes. Lovely to see Titanic getting 2 acting noms.
Confirms the fact as well, if you go into entertainment, you can still be viewed as in a musical.
Yeah. Surprised at Jamie Moscato being in leading.
I'm really sad that Cyrano wasn't there.
I'm sad Cyrano wasn't there, but I reserve my rage for Best Musical Contribution because they had the consultation. I'm going to talk about it. They had the consultation to make a specific score category. They chose not to. And Best Musical Contribution last year had sort of pivoted to be about orchestrations and arrangements. And yet, Ballet Shoes, a play, can have among their nominees one for compositions.
Yeah.
But because they're not credited as the writer of the play, because Ballet Shoes is not credited to the composer who provided, I understand. But I just think, and all they've done in that category anyway is find ways to, in half those nominations, award the composers.
Yeah.
Darren Clark is getting a nomination, but not for his composition. Dave Malloy is getting a nomination, but not for his composition. They're getting nominations for their orchestrations. The fact that we recognize orchestrations and arrangements, but not explicitly scores and lyrics is wild to me.
Best Revivals just dropped on here. Ernest, Mackinac, Oedipus, Waiting for Godot.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So I got 3.
As people said, Waiting for Godot and Rooting for Oedipus. But we'll talk about all of that
also, in
another video.
Kathy and Stella got nothing.
Nothing for Kathy and Stella.
And when you think that and Two Strangers,
I know we had this beautiful summer of new British musicals,
which were really good, and then they just got overlooked.
Wow. Natasha Anatole and the Great Comet of 1812. So true. Papa Eskedu. I'm delighted. I am absolutely delighted.
Yeah,
I wasn't
you
even
raved so much.
brave enough to say his name, although Stephen Kunken, a really conspicuous absence for Kyoto.
And the wife. I thought we might have seen her
Yeah.
support him, but then the years was a tour de force. If that was going into supporting, you knew you were
She
going
has
to
a
see
late surge in the play.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just not quite enough early material. But Stephen Kunken, I'd started getting myself into a thought process where I thought even maybe he could sneak past Lithgow and Adrian Brody. But it's not going to happen now. Thrilled for Liv Andrewsiak. Yes, me too.
What?
Sam, I'm shook. I'm shook. We're all shook. Some amazing surprises I'm elated about, but some I'm shocked have been snubbed. Yes.
Fiddler really just like...
Coriolanus got set design. Sad not to see Jeevan. Jeevan in Best Actor.
Any performer in Starlight.
Yeah.
Starlight didn't dominate actually as much as
No,
people
not
might
nearly as
expect.
much love for Starlight
But then
or
nor did
Oliver.
Oliver.
Or Dolly.
No, really.
It was still, we said it was a big year for musical
Did
revivals, but
Kiss
it
Me
was
Kate
not the
get
one.
a single nomination?
Nothing at all for Kiss Me Kate.
Wow.
I know.
Statements were made. I'm really happy.
I didn't think Old
Chamiza
Vicky
as well.
Oedipus would get nominated for anything either. I mean, Fiddler was a beautiful production, but
Maybe that it being announced to be coming back as well just tipped things over.
I still think it's carrying
That future life.
that carried an extraordinary amount of weight.
Yeah.
for
And
whatever
it's sold
reason.
out. Like, I think because it was in the summer, people forget one of the hardest tickets of the past season was Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, that was
You
a
could not get a
sell
ticket
out.
to see that show. It was you had to queue for hours to get a ticket to see that show on the day.
Yes. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, keep bringing us your thoughts, your reactions, your feelings, any conspicuous omissions or interesting statistics you may have noticed. Does an Olivier nom guarantee a transfer? For what?
Oh, Great Comet.
Oh, for Great Comet? Not necessarily.
Not always.
So happy
Same
for Lauren
with-
Drew. Sean says mixed bag. I'm happy. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
And there's an inevitable sadness because there's just not enough space to recognize everyone who deserves it.
It's like that. It's like knowing that, like with the years, they're all incredible, but if they were going to be individual performers, you were always going to have ones that were not going to get noms.
Thrilled for Titanic getting its Best Entertainment nomination. Thrilled for
so happy
Lauren
for
and Leighton.
I'm so happy that like younger in abbreviations performers, how they're viewed in musical theatre, weren't shut out.
Yeah,
because and like for Amy de Bartolomeo getting that nomination, my gosh, the second I saw that show, we both said Amy has to get an Olivier nomination, and I'm so glad that happened.
Yeah, seeing a little bit more parity, Sean, you're right, with plays and musicals acting nominations. First year that there's a fairly diverse range of shows across the board. So happy to see love for what we talk about when we talk about Anne Frank. Yes, in Affiliate, Giant, and Oedipus at the Wyndhams. I was expecting more Starlight. No Jamie Lloyd. I don't think we were expecting to see a lot of Jamie Lloyd this year.
I think next year you're going to see a lot of Jamie Lloyd.
Next year for Much Ado and possibly Evita and possibly more that hasn't been announced yet.
Who knows?
Was Ben Whishaw better in Bluets than Waiting for Godot? I expected him for Best Actor nom, but he got one for Supporting Actor. The answer to that is Supporting Actor in a play, I think, was not particularly competitive this year. The roles just weren't there. Leading Actor in a play, hugely competitive. There were big omissions because the roles were really there for leading men in plays this year.
Although the Kyoto nom in Supporting Actor, I am 100% there for. Like, he fully deserves
But
that
for Jorge to
nomination.
be the only nomination from Kyoto, I think is a big surprise.
Yeah, it's a surprise.
That's a big surprise. I'm so happy newer musicals were recognised over the revivals. Hadestown was not eligible. That happened last year. No mention of Passing Strange at the Young Vic. Sadly, that doesn't really surprise me. It deserved a lot more love than it got. Nothing for Jeevan is a shame, but he's won 2 awards this season, with the Stage Debut Award, with the Watson Stage Award, which are both very meaningful awards, recognising
he's going to have a really
exceptional
exciting
start to his
career.
career. He's still very young. He's so talented. Starlight is a very different beast, and I think a lot of people will look at it that way.
Starlight was always, I think, going to like land stronger with like the WOS Awards, with fans of theatre, with the commercial side of theatre.
Yeah, I also believe that Robert Ike Oedipus will get a New York transfer, if not Broadway. It could go because like The Doctor went to Park Avenue Armory,
Yes.
if I'm even saying that right. And we're seeing a lot of prestigious London plays not going to Broadway. This is an interesting
No.
trend. Streetcar Named Desire, not necessarily as of yet going to Broadway. Vanya with Andrew Scott.
I think there's a lot of testing the
Doctor.
ground. I think it's this. Can something go from
the
the
other
West
Jamie
End
Lloyd from the
to-
National. Do I mean Jamie Lloyd or do I mean... Oh, was it Jamie Lloyd or Frecknell? No, it was Jamie Lloyd from the National that went to off-Broadway.
Oh, yes, it was The Effect.
Thank you. Can't wait for the inevitable Kenrex love next year. Listen, here's to hoping. Here is to hoping. If you're wondering why you haven't seen my Kenrex review yet, it's on Instagram. Don't see why supporting doesn't have 5 noms. I know, Sean, but we will take the breadcrumbs that we got this year. I reserve my biggest irritation for best musical contribution. Oh, the Helpmans have never returned in Australia post-COVID. That's bizarre. Who do I need to email?
That is wild.
It's very bold of me to assume I can get anything done on the other side of the world. Anatole for leading role is hugely surprising, and I would go as far as to say incorrect.
Interesting.
Really, but...
So, for Best New Musical, how they've tagged the people who are getting the creators that are getting the awards.
Yeah.
The award nomination for Benjamin Button, Darren and Jethro.
Darren and Jethro.
For MJ the Musical, Lynn Nottage.
Yeah.
For Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812, Dave Malloy. And for Why Most the Single, Toby Marlowe and Lucy Moss.
Yeah. I would love diverse wins this year and no clean sweeps. That's always what I want. It's lovely to see Fiddler, unless it's deserved. It's lovely to see Fiddler with this much love and noms, but it's up against some huge hitters that I think should win in certain categories. This is what I was just about to start talking about. The fact that Fiddler on the Roof has so many nominations, do we see it winning any of those categories? Because Best Musical Revival is a really tough sell for them with Starlight, with Oliver, with Hello Dolly.
But you know what I will say from history? It's been really difficult for a Cameron show to win at the Oliviers. We have not seen it in a very, very long time.
I mean, you can see the love that there is for Fiddler from these nominations, and there were a lot we expected for Starlight, for Dolly, for Oliver that did not happen today. What else do we have here? What categorizes musical contribution? Great question. It's started leaning more towards orchestrations, arrangements, musical direction. It's explicitly not music and lyrics, scores for musicals, but it's anything outside of that, really. Nothing for SJB or Adrian Dunbar. Nothing for Kiss Me Kate at all. Not choreography, not set design, not musical revival.
But interesting note, Kiss Me Kate was produced by Trafalgar, who are producing the transfer, not the original production, but they're producing the transfer of Fiddler on the Roof to the Barbican and on the tour.
So if they're pitching one show, it seems like it was...
They would have put their weight behind Fiddler.
And Fiddler has a future life, so it's in their best interests for that to get the nominations and for that to get that kind of critical endorsement that's going to help sell tickets. I agree. I agree that best actor and actress is Benjamin Button and Hello Dolly's Toulouse. I don't know if there are many categories I would call an instant win. I think Imelda is the closest thing.
Imelda's probably the closest.
To a lock, I think.
It's going to be interesting with supporting actress in a play to see if Romola splits.
That's going to be fascinating,
because that might make that a difficult category, because especially when it's only 4, that feels a bit. I'm like, will both producers of those plays campaign for people to just say, like, go for this one to ensure that she wins, or could it then tip and go towards Sharon D. Clarke because of a split? Maimouna getting this. Maimouna is now a 2-time Olivier nominee. That proves that Maimouna, like,
so deserved.
So deserved, and also proves that
I love that whole category. Best supporting actress in a musical is always my favorite category.
And like, genuinely though, with Fiddler, I am wondering: is this the first time we have seen a Yenta and a Zeitel nominated?
Go to Wikipedia.
Because if so, that says so much about their performances.
Is it kind of obvious that Elektra's going to Broadway considering Brie Larson's in it? No, I don't think that's obvious at all. I think it might go off Broadway.
Off
but I don't think it's
Broadway,
going to
that
Broadway.
vibe feels off Broadway.
And I think Oedipus absolutely is going to New York in some capacity. Loved Imelda, but would be lovely to see a lesser known actress win. They can definitely benefit more from the win. I agree with you. But Imelda was really beloved.
She's all people talk about
in that role.
It's
I
Imelda
would give it to
Staunton.
someone else, but I'll be really surprised. But I'm already surprised because I thought we'd see a lot more Dolly Love. And Andy Nyman going into supporting, I think, is correct, but it's not what I expected. Andy Nyman, Horace Van der Gelder is featured, and Anatole is leading.
It's weird.
Make that make sense.
This is weird. But I think this is where people have made choices.
Uh-huh.
I think this is where producers have gone, do you know what? Can this go through? And they've approved it as the application of where they want those people to go, and it's come through.
Yeah.
This is why I wish we had eligibility transparent rulings.
Like they have for the
where
Tony
they
Awards.
have a deadline, where they have a quarterly deadline where
Yeah.
they say these are what have been approved, this is what has been entered from this production, so these people are your possibles.
Yeah.
And then you don't deal with this craziness.
Yeah. Which Oedipus am I saying for a Broadway transfer? The the Robert Icke Oedipus, the Wyndham's Theatre, the West End Oedipus, the contemporary Oedipus, the good Oedipus, the Mark Strong, Leslie Manville Oedipus, the one that just got more Olivier nominations than the other Oedipus, although they were both recognised, which was a big surprise.
Yeah, because from looking at the past.
Oh, Becky's decided to run and see Benjamin Button at today's matinee after this hype. That's going to be a lovely performance because of the energy of these nominations.
The energy will be full in that room. I'm so happy for Claire Foster.
Yeah. In fairness to the show that Imelda's doing with her daughter is a legitimate actress.
Yes. It was in Bridgerton.
Yeah, she's done the work.
Interesting.
Lots of hot takes here in the comments. Lots of hot takes here.
Only ever once from this, and that was only at the Lucille Lortel Awards, and it was Jackie Hoffman in the Yiddish production.
Oh, as Yenta.
Yenta. But otherwise, it's only ever been Golda that's ever been nominated, and she's been featured.
I didn't even know who got the supporting male nom in Fiddler. I've entirely forgotten.
Let me go back.
Yeah. In response to someone saying, let Imelda have the Olivier, she has a lot. She's got a few of them.
It was Raphael Papo.
Who did he play? Was he was the fiddler. He wasn't one of the suitors. He was the fiddler. He was the fiddler on the roof.
Yeah.
There has been such love for Fiddler on the Roof, and not that I didn't, but really extraordinary, sort of beyond expectation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who didn't make it in supporting actor that we were anticipating? Well, we thought Jamie Moscato was going to be there, but he wasn't. We thought Harry Heppel was going to be there, but it was... That's a case of category confusion. That's our big surprise of the day.
Yeah.
Jamie Moscato in leading is the big surprise. We said there'd be something that would shock us. There's no award for takeover a role. I don't know if there ever has been at the Olympics.
I mean, I'm gathering we're going to get an extension for Titanic now.
No slave play nominations.
Oh, yeah.
Timing is a factor, although Billy Crudup making it in for Harry Clark, which was so early in the season.
The thing, I heard from somebody recently that I think if you're at the very, very start of the season, you've got a really good standing. And if you're at the very end of the season, you've got really good standing. Because I think this is why we will still see Much Ado and Richard II noticed, because they were at this point. Oh, makes sense. Because everybody's thinking about the nominations for this year.
Yeah.
But the new team that are starting for the next year nominations is all they're going to be thinking about.
Yeah, I don't think we have the time for Adrian Brody to win Best Leading Actor at the Oliviers. I'm not sure.
Not with his speech skills.
Not sure we can cope. There's no news about Beetlejuice. I'd have told you, stop asking me about Beetlejuice. No news is still good news, or it's just no news. Nothing for Slave Play.
That was Amy DiBartolomeo was Devil Wears Prada's only nomination.
Yeah, Tom Zander and Amy DiBartolomeo flying the flags for
Their
those
respective
shows. Moscato is a surprise that he's in leading. Anatole is a supporting role in that show. And
him being nominated was
that being a leading nomination. Nothing for Freema Agyeman, nothing for Romeo and Juliet whatsoever. Stephen Daldry and Justin Martin not getting a director nomination for Kyoto.
That's so rogue. That the Fiddler got a nomination in Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah. I mean, looking at our predictions, not massive surprises. Supporting actor in a musical was the biggest series of shocks, and Jenna Russell and Shanae Holmes not making it in supporting actress.
Actually, none of the other people from Fiddler, because I think he didn't get the supporting actor. Sandy Nyman went in that category.
Yeah. It's Slave Play. I mean, Slave Play deserved recognition.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was ever going to get it. With the reception that it had here amongst a year of like late prestige openings with Giant, with The Years, with Kyoto, with not that Oedipus was considered a new play. Who actually decides which actors is nominated for leading or supporting? That's a great question, because the Tony Awards committee make those decisions. There are producer submissions on Broadway, and then the Tonys either agree with those or they disagree with those, and they shift things. Wow, Fiddler tied with Hamilton for nominations. Fiddler got so many.
I keep like remembering though, it was
a really hot ticket.
And the reviews were 5 stars across. Like, it was just 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star.
It was a great production. Yeah, I'm thrilled to get to see it again at the Barbican.
It'll be interesting to see which cast we get, because I'm gathering this cast, it'll either be this cast do the Barbican run and then go onto the tour, or maybe it'll be some cast members do Barbican and reprise roles and then people take over for the tour.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting. Now that you've got so many nominees.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy for Liv. My dream was that she'd get a nomination, because I thought what she did in that role and how with her being through with Sarah, how it elevated that track.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like it's nice because of how freaking amazing she was in Ride. But it feels like so just.
She's a star, waiting for the world to catch up.
Yeah.
And
now very well.
Yeah.
That category made me very happy.
Yeah, Mean Girls shut out of Best New Musical. So happy for Amy. Yes. Thrilled.
Yes.
Thrilled for her. Anatole isn't officially a lead, but I'm not surprised that you could watch that show and probably see it as a leading role. There's always differences in interpretations of who considers who leading, who considers who supporting. I am sad not to see Georgina Castle.
Yeah.
For Mean Girls. What percent of the nominees do you know personally this year? No one from the world of plays, and no one from the world of opera or dance, and of the musical ones, probably only about 20%.
Yeah.
And again, knowing personally, it's a variation on like, who have we met, who have we had a conversation with?
Yeah, who do you know as friends? Who do you know
interviewed?
as like people that you've just met in public or said hi to or interviewed once?
I'll probably, as we see people around, we'll congratulate them, but I'll probably send congratulatory messages to Liv Androusier and Amy DeBartolomeo and Claire Foster, because she messaged me the other day, so I can reply now and be like, and congratulations to you. And Tom Zander.
I sent a big message to Tom.
Yeah. Very happy to see.
I'm really happy to see that Shifters as well. I really hope this might show something more for Shifters as well.
I hope so,
because I really wanted to see it and we missed it.
Bring it back for another summer run.
Yeah.
People said great things about that. I love Fiddler so much. Brilliant show for open air. What will it be like at the Barbican? There is form for transfers from Regent's Park to the Barbican. Jesus Christ Superstar did this. Evita was set to do this, but got the kibosh because of COVID.
I forgot about Player Kings. Completely forgot about Player Kings. Even McKellen shut out.
So apparently did the Oliviers.
Yeah.
Again, I think timing, and again, from what I remember, it didn't have the most extraordinary reception. No one was telling me I needed to see Player Kings. I regret that I didn't, but Oedipus got a way bigger reception. Oedipus was received much more enthusiastically.
It sold out as well, and I feel like any show that sells out, instantly. I mean, Ernest sold out.
Yeah.
So that show being there isn't surprising. Anything that becomes a hard ticket.
Producer's not eligible yet. It will be upon its West End
Next
transfer.
season.
Look out for that this time next year.
Oh no, Shooty Getler.
No, but would have been considered leading, and
Yeah, it's that category.
a really hard category for leading actors in a play this year. The heat was in leading actor in a play, supporting actress in a play, leading actress in a musical as well, I think, and leading actor in a musical, both. Yes, I will be doing more interviews, always. Some more coming very soon, actually, so stay tuned.
Yeah. Maybe we did one in a different country.
Maybe. Do you think Miles Frost will win? I don't know. I think Simon Lipkin and John Daglish are probably the front runners in that category. Who was the fourth? Who am I forgetting? Oh, Jamie Moscato. This is the problem with being maybe a featured part and going into a leading category, is he just has less weight of material. If you compare, but then Fagin's a bit like that as well. But then people love Oliver and
I'm surprised
Fagin in the West End.
I'm surprised that Sinead wasn't there.
I'm surprised that Sinead wasn't there.
I wonder which category she ended up being put in for.
Yeah. A good question. Before we finish then, let's talk back through all of the nominees. Where can I find a good list, Aaron James? Is there one on What's on Stage?
Yes, What's on Stage has it.
Okay.
I was trying to find, like, I'm wondering if there's an add up of everybody's noms somewhere, because that was my...
Well, we can talk through a couple stats. But I dare say they might have talked about it on their own socials. Fiddler on the Roof, I think it's safe to say, the most nominated show of
You weren't
the day.
expecting that a bit.
No one was expecting that. Nobody will. I don't even think they have a graphic prepared. Regent's Park haven't posted about it. Does Fiddler have its own show account now that it's transferring?
Yes.
It does. They haven't posted about it. I don't think they were anticipating getting this many nominations. I think the Fiddler on the Roof team is surprised. Lots of shows getting a single nomination, that much we can say. Devil Wears Prada getting one nomination for Amy DiBartolomeo. Mean Girls, Why Am I So Single? Is this the first time lighting has been all musicals? Oh, well noticed. That is a good question. How many did Benjamin Button get? Have they posted about it? Do we have to do some
posted their
counting?
new musical one, but I don't know if I don't think they've done a number.
They've started posting all of them.
Yeah.
Best new musical, best musical contribution. Maybe perhaps they just got 4
I think so.
with best leading actor and best leading actress.
Because
But
then it
that's
was
still
creative.
making it one of the more nominated. Robert Icke, Oedipus getting 4.
This
4 with his director nom.
This Gabriella Slade's second nom.
I assume so.
Yeah.
You would assume so. Fiddler with... Oh, someone's done the maths. Thank you so much. Fiddler with 13. Natasha Pierre with 6. The Years and Giant with 5. Oliver, Oedipus, Spirited Away, and Benjamin Button with 4.
Look at Great Comet being at 6.
I know. That's a surprise as well.
Yeah.
Big day for the Donmar and Regent's Park Open Air Theatre. Timothy Sheeder must be delighted. I mean, that wasn't during his time, but
also a big day for the Almeida and for Royal Court, because this is
with Giant in the Years,
and this is David's first season at the Royal Court.
Yeah. It's really a bit. Oh, the Royal Court in 2 ways, because that Blewitts
was also
as well. It's really a big successful day for non-commercial
subsidized
venues. Yeah. Anyway, before we leave you, then, for anyone for any reason joining after the nominations were announced, wondering what we're talking about, we're going to talk through. Just recap who got nominated today. So, the MasterCard Best New Musical Award, the nominees are The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, MJ, Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812, and Why Am I So Single? As a reminder, this is now explicitly awarded to the writers of those shows and is based on material. For Best Set Design, Frankie Bradshaw for set design for Ballet Shoes, Ez Devlin for set design for Coriolanus, Tom Scott for Fiddler on the Roof, one of their many nominations, and John Bowser for set design with Toby Ollier and Daisy Beattie recognized for puppetry design, and Satoshi Kuriyama for projection design for Spirited Away. For lighting design, it was all musicals. Paulie Constable and Ben Jacobs for Oliver, Howard Hudson for Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812, Howard Hudson also for Starlight Express, and Aideen Malone for Fiddler on the Roof. In Best New Opera Production, Duke Bluebeard's Castle, Festin, L'Olympiade, and The Tales of Hoffmann. If you can tell, we do not watch opera. Nothing against opera. We just have, as it stands, not enough time. For Outstanding Achievement in Opera, Alan Clayton, Jung Do, and Igor Akmenshina. This is why they get a pre-recorded voice to do them. For Best Family Show, Brainiac Live at Marylebone Theatre, Maddie Moat's Very Curious Christmas at the Apollo Theatre, The Nutcracker at Polka Theatre, and Rough Magic at Shakespeare's Globes and the Make a Playhouse.
This feels like the first year that Marylebone's really stepped up as a.
Oh yeah,
we are an awards venue.
A recent opening.
Yeah.
Best New Production in Affiliate Theatre, Animal Farm at Theatre Royal Stratford East, Boys on the Verge of Tears at Soho, who we thought were main category this year.
Yeah, they're an affiliate.
Interesting. I told you. English at the Kiln. English, of course, also getting a production on Broadway this year.
Yeah.
Hoping, or has had a production on Broadway this year, hoping for Tony Awards recognition, which I'm sure they will get. Now I See at Theatre Royal Stratford East, also nominated for Best Production in an Affiliate Theatre. And What We Talk About When We Talk About Anne Frank at the Marylebone Theatre. I did. Best New Dance Production, Assembly Hall, Frontiers, Choreographers of Canada, Theatre of Dreams, and An Untitled Love. Outstanding Achievement in Dance, Sarah Chun, Tom Visser, and Eva Yerba-Buena, apologies. Best Actor in a Supporting Role in a Play, Jorge Bosch for Kyoto, Tom Eden for Waiting for Godot, Elliot Levy for Giant, and Ben Whishaw for Bluets. Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Play, Sharon D. Clarke for The Importance of Being Earnest, Romola Garai, both for Giant and for The Years. That's 2 separate nominations, and also Gina McKee for The Years. Interesting that they did split them. They didn't go the Lehman trilogy route, the 6 route.
But I remember at one point thinking that they don't do it anymore, that they've stopped it.
Who said?
Well, it hasn't happened for multiple years now.
Since the Lehman trilogy, but that wasn't that long ago. Gillian Lynn Award for Best Theatre Choreographer then, Matthew Bourne for Oliver, Julia Cheng for Fiddler on the Roof, Hofesh Schechter for Oedipus, and Christopher Wheeldon for MJ the Musical. 3 out of 4 are musicals, and that's enough for me. The fact that lighting design was all musical and best choreography wasn't is funny.
It's crazy.
It's funny. Best costume design, Hugh Durrant for Robin Hood at the Palladium, Sashiko Nakahara for Spirited Away at the London Coliseum, Tom Scott for Fiddler on the Roof, and Gabriella Slade for Starlight Express. The D&B Audio Technica Award for Best Sound Design, Nick Lidster for Fiddler on the Roof, Christopher Schutt for Oedipus, the Old Vic Oedipus, that is, Koichi Yamamoto for Spirited Away, and Ties van Voera for The Years at the Almeida and the Harold Pinter. Outstanding Musical Contribution, Fiddler on the Roof, credited to Mark Aspinall for musical supervision and orchestrations. Benjamin Button, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, also Mark Aspinall for musical direction, music supervision, orchestrations and arrangements. Good day for him. And Darren Clark for music supervision, orchestrations and arrangements. Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812, Dave Malloy for orchestrations, and Nicholas Skilbeck for musical supervision. And Asaf Zohar for compositions, and Gavin Sutherland for dance arrangements and orchestrations for Ballet Shoes, which I did think I predicted. Yeah. Clueless eligible next year.
Yes.
And yes, I think the new Troubadour Theatre in Canary Wharf will definitely be eligible next year, but they will say that Hunger Games is best entertainment or comedy play. Yeah. Like Stranger Things is an entertainment or comedy play.
And Spirited Away. And Totoro.
Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical, Liv Androusier for Fiddler on the Roof, Amy DeBartolomeo for The Devil Wears Prada, Beverly Klein also for Fiddler on the Roof, and Maimouna Memon for Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. Actor in a Supporting Role in a Musical, Andy Nyman, surprisingly, for Hello Dolly at the London Palladium. Not surprising that he's nominated, but surprising he's in this category.
And then next year he's in for Producers.
Yeah. Raphael Papo for Fiddler on the Roof, Leighton Williams for Titanic, and Tom Zander for Mean Girls. Best Entertainment or Comedy Play, Ballet Shoes at the National, Inside Number 9, Stage Fright, Spirited Away, and Titanic. The Sir Peter Hall Award for Best Director, largely dominated by plays, as it so often is. Bizarre that they're not split, but that's... Jordan Fine for Fiddler on the Roof, the only director of a musical to break into this category, not the one we anticipated.
And he's been just announced for Into the Woods.
He's going to be directing Into the Woods. Aline Arbo for The Years, So Deserved, Nicholas Heitner for Giant, and Robert Icke for Oedipus. Best Actress, you had Hedda Agyapong for Shifters, Leslie Manville for Oedipus, Indira Varma for the other Oedipus. This is the only category that puts them head to head, I believe. Rosie Sheehy for Machinelle and Mira Sayal for A Tupperware of Ashes. Best Actor, very competitive. Adrian Brody, Best Actor in a Play, I should say. Adrian Brody for The Fear of 13. Billy Crudup for Harry Clark, so glad he was remembered. Papa Estiadu for Death of England. Delroy, so glad that he was singled out from that terrific cast across those 3 different plays that constituted Death of England. John Lithgow for Giant, and Mark Strong for Oedipus, the Robert Icke Oedipus. Cunard, Best Revival, again, of a play. The Importance of Being Earnest at the National, Machinelle at the Old Vic, the Robert Icke Oedipus at the Wyndhams, and Waiting for Godot at Theatre Royal Haymarket. Best Musical Revival, Fiddler on the Roof at Regent's Park, one of their many nominations. The most nominated show today, which we would never have said in a million years.
The most nominated show in general.
Yeah.
Like, it is the
delighted for them.
show.
So stunned. Hello Dolly at the London Palladium, not a surprise. Oliver at the Gielgud, not a surprise. And Starlight Express at the Troubadour, not a surprise. In fact, that whole category, those are the 4 that we anticipated. Best Actor in Musical, John Dalglish for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Adam Danheiser for Fiddler on the Roof, Miles Frost for MJ, Simon Lipkin for Oliver, and Jamie Moscato, a surprise in Leading Actor for Natasha Pierre in The Great Comedy of 1812. Also great to see 5 nominees in the Leading Actor in a Musical category. We did not see this last year, and we should have.
Sorry, I just realised. Cameron McIntosh has been nominated as a creative.
He has.
So new material and revisions.
Cameron McIntosh has, made.
Sorry, I just read through the names, and I was like,
Cameron McIntosh nominated as a writer, possibly for the first time in his illustrious theatrical career.
Yeah.
Best Action in a Musical, we're nearly done, I promise. Camisa Dawnford May for Natasha Pierre in The Great Comedy of 1812. She is leading, I'll give you that one. Lauren Drew for Titanic, Claire Foster for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button at the Ambassadors, Lara Pulver for Fiddler on the Roof, and Imelda Staunton for Hello Dolly. Finally, Best New Play went to, the nominees were The Fear of 13 at the Donmar, Giant at the Royal Court, Kyoto at Soho Place, Shifters at the Duke of York's Theatre, one of their 2 nominations, and The Years at the Almeida Theatre and the Harold Pinter. Those have been the Olivier Award nominations.
Yeah.
Wow. There will be follow-up coverage from us talking about the surprises, talking about the snubs, because with recognition there comes those who couldn't be. There will be a video of us talking about our predictions for who we think is going to win and who we think should win. That'll be a little while off yet, but feel free to comment with yours if you already have some and your reactions. Their show is, but it's not in Best New Musical. So Titanic is nominated as Best Entertainment or Comedy Play, which I think is a very smart choice from those producers. As a reminder, that category is basically, we want to go into this category because we've decided it's a good idea. Yeah. And it's not a very robust system.
No.
I need the toilet because I'm excited and I've been drinking a lot of water, which is why I'm kind of moving side to side like this. So we're going to call it there. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been lovely having you all here as we've been reacting to the Olivier Awards. Stay tuned.
Let's go and celebrate, everyone.
Yes, I'm going to go message some friends. So pleased, so pleased, and shocked. Stay tuned for more Olivier's coverage leading up to the big day at the beginning of April. We will be attending the ceremony. I don't know how much we'll be doing around it, but expect to see a vlog afterwards. Thank you for joining us today. I hope that everyone is staying safe and that you have a stagey day. Bye-bye. Bye.